Pinnacle, and once again I'm back with our daily segment, Chart of the Day. So we'll once again try to analyze one of the trades that has moved very nicely in the day. So if you remember, we had escorts as the carry forward trade from yesterday, and we had given a buy call at around 1980, and then today we booked the trade, right? So the trade was pretty simple. If you see, this trade was purely based on a risk reward factor. If you see, if you look at this line, can you see that there was a good support around this zone of around 1950, somewhere around that, right? And then it started to make a good bounce from there, right? So this was a point where our risk was low and we could have a good reward. So that is why we gave a buy call on this. And now, if you remember yesterday's Bosch video, I had clearly told that if we get a good impulse move in one direction, normally after some consolidation, we can have some follow up move in that direction also. So you can see the consolidation was going very fine, and it was only a matter of time before we got another big move. And in the morning itself it started to move out of the zone. You can see this. We'll just try to see that on a 15-minute chart. If you can see here on the 15-minute chart, after this consolidation in the morning itself, in the first 15 minutes itself, it gave a big move. And whenever you have this kind of a move, like a sudden move from 1990 to something like 2050, there is no reason why you should not be booking it, because at some point there has to be some cooling, there has to be some pullback. And another important reason was, if you can look here, there is a big red candle. So you have to think who can create this big red candle. So definitely this point should act as a resistance once again. And if you see, then it faced resistance here, and we came back almost all the way back to our entry point. So guys, whenever you have this kind of a move, big impulsive move, it's always good, it's always advisable that you book it. And all in all, it turned out to be a very good and very profitable trade for all of us. Yeah. And today we'll discuss one more stock. If you remember, we had HDFC Bank today as a good trade, right? So there was a lot of discussion around this. If you see, many people would not like you, most of you might be guessing like that what was there in this trade, or what you saw, which others could not see. So if you see, one very important thing, and I wrote this in our commentary a couple of days back also, that HDFC Bank has consolidated very nicely in the last 7 months. So if you see here, you will find something like a good rounded bottom pattern here, right? So that is the reason we feel that it has formed a good base. And if you note, there is this resistance area which it is trying to break. So now again, how did we figure out that it could be a good mover for the day? So we'll just try to see it on the hourly chart. So if you see, in the morning it opened gap down, and it opened gap down around this support zone, or rather I'll just use a more wider zone which you can see as a bigger support zone. And it started to bounce off from this support zone. The first hour candle itself, it's something like a doji. So it gave again the same concept. It had given an impulse move in the morning, so it was only a matter of time that it could give you the second impulse after the consolidation. So if you see this consolidation, if we can go on and see in the 5 or 15 minutes, like 15 minutes, let's see in the 15 minutes itself, and you can see some consolidation which went on in this zone. And once it was above this zone, or rather say above this zone, it gave you a better move, right? So that was the reason behind HDFC Bank, where it gave you a good trade, and this was the exact reason why you saw Bank Nifty rally suddenly in the last hour, right from the lows of near about 41,300 to around 41,600. Since this is a component of nearly 35% in the Bank Nifty, so it can definitely move that much, right? So guys, hope you liked our video, and do follow our channel and subscribe to our channel for these kind of regular updates. I'll try to do it as much as we can. So thank you friends, have a good day ahead.